Approximately 25 years ago, if my memory serves me right, a local radio announcer interrupted his morning program to inform listeners that a prominent member of the St. Lucian Society had just passed away. Listeners believed the tragic news just because it came from a credible source, a radio station. Back in those days, anything heard over the radio airwaves was deemed to be the truth. Well, believe it or not, the wife of the gentleman who had supposedly died was at her workplace at the time of this announcement and had no idea what was going on because as far as she was aware, her husband was at his office, alive and well. Guess what? She was right. Her husband was indeed alive and well. The news had spread as fast as the radio waves and word of mouth could muster. You see, in those days, there was no WhatsApp, no Facebook, no Instagram, no Twitter. However, the news managed to reach New York in record time. It did not take long before the announcer realized that he had made an error, and of course he apologized profusely. I have related this true story to indicate that mistakes do happen, that media people do not always get it right. This could be classified as fake news. However, it was not a calculated untruth. It was an error. It was not deliberate. In fact, the radio station delivered a bouquet of flowers to the gentleman to show how sorry they were. Well, these days, fake news is a given and is rampant. You are not sure what to believe. Unfortunately, some people are gullible and believe everything they hear or read via the electronic media or the press. Those who manufacture fake news do so deliberately, of course. It is an art. Some people have mastered the art of lying, and they should be feared. I remember a wise old woman saying that given a choice between a liar and a thief, she would choose the thief. Her rationale? You could place things out of the reach of a thief, thus not giving him or her the opportunity to steal. But it is impossible to keep a liar from lying. It appears that some people are allergic to the truth. A number of research studies have been undertaken with respect to lying and the art of lying. Trust me, you have to be of a certain level of intelligence to lie. According to one researcher, and I quote, lying is among the most sophisticated and demanding accomplishments of the human brain. He goes on to note that brain imaging studies have contributed to the view that lying generally requires more effort than telling the truth. So you have to do a whole lot of thinking to come up with a lie. Just ask yourself, if it takes more effort to lie than tell the truth, then why lie? We have what is referred to as little white lies, which generally cause no harm and used by the individual to get himself or herself out of a situation. However, there are people who are habitual liars, and I consider them to be dangerous because they look you straight in the eye and lie without blinking. If you are gullible, you believe the lies. St. Lucia, one thing you must realize is that when someone starts lying, it is very difficult to stop because that individual tries to cover one lie with another. In fact, researcher George Kaufman notes, and I quote, "The more you lie, the more you have to lie." And he adds, you just cannot just be and lie. You have to live a lie. You are the lie. He continues that the liar experiences a lot of pain because of what he termed self-denying. According to Kaufman, and I quote, "To deny yourself causes great emotional pain. It is nerve-wracking and can lead to mental health problems. It costs a lot to distort life." End of quote. So there you have it. People who spend so much of their energy manipulating the truth may become mentally unstable. One of the dangers about people who manufacture lies is that they are able to use one bit of truth and blend that truth with multiple lies. And because the listener recognizes that one truth, then there is the assumption that the whole of the information is the truth. In fact, one writer, John J. Davis, has a notable quote which goes like this: "Just remember, all the good lies have an element of truth to them, end of quote. Sometimes we are aware that the person is not telling the truth, but because that individual is lying about someone we do not like, then we convince ourselves that whatever he or she is saying is the truth. Just remember that there are people who go out of their way to manufacture stories about the object of their hate. And the gullible amongst us believe the stories, even if we are aware that the stories do not add up. St. Lucia, you must never allow yourself to be manipulated like this. A lie is a lie is a lie. And it does not matter what ingredients are added to the mix. That lie will never change to truth. So I have a well-known quote you could share with the manufacturers of the fake news and those who are allergic to the truth. You lie like a rug. For commentary, this is Jacintha Annius-Lee.